In this podcast episode, Mayim Bialik speaks with Dr. Avi Loeb, a distinguished astrophysicist and professor at Harvard University, whose work straddles the interface of astrophysics, philosophy, and the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Dr. Loeb, a former member of the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology and ex-chair of the Board on Physics and Astronomy of the National Academies, brings a unique blend of bold scientific inquiry and philosophical reflection to the astrobiology discourse. Known for his candid and imaginative approach, Dr. Loeb has been at the forefront of discussions urging governments and scientists to take unidentified aerial phenomena seriously and explore the possibility of alien technology. In the conversation, Dr. Loeb discusses his ideas on alien life, interstellar objects, and humanity's place in the cosmic theater with engaging frankness. His academic credentials lend authority to his views, but his perspective is also deeply rooted in humility and a broad, philosophical outlook shaped by his upbringing on a farm and his lifelong curiosity. The podcast hosts highlight his humor and straightforwardness, which provide an accessible entry point to complex and sometimes controversial topics. Dr. Loeb challenges the ingrained anthropocentric view that humanity occupies a unique or central position in the cosmos. He draws an analogy to the Copernican revolution, suggesting that just as Earth was dethroned from the universe's center, humanity is similarly not the intellectual pinnacle of existence. With hundreds of billions of stars in the Milky Way alone, many with planets in the habitable zone, the probability that Earth-like conditions and life exist elsewhere is high. He asserts that the natural assumption, scientifically and philosophically, is that intelligent life has existed for billions of years beyond Earth and likely far predating humans. The limitations of human cognition, shaped by restricted experiences and culture, make it difficult to fully grasp this reality. Dr. Loeb reflects that just as children learn they are not the universe's sole residents through gradual experience, humanity is similarly in its infancy in understanding cosmic life. He encourages an open-minded approach and the shedding of hubris, driving home that we should view ourselves as part of a much larger story rather than its center. A poignant moment in the discussion arises from Dr. Loeb's account of his recent interaction with the U.S. government's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, tasked with investigating unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP. Despite the massive defense budget approaching $1 trillion, the office admitted to him that they have not found conclusive evidence of non-human technology or extraterrestrial origin in the data they analyzed, except for some ambiguous FBI reports. This admission highlights institutional shortcomings in addressing aerial anomalies and reflects deeper challenges around transparency and scientific rigor in governmental investigations. Contrasting this account, Dr. Loeb references statements made by Eric Davis, a former government scientist, who claims the existence of multiple recovered alien spacecraft and biological pilots representing 4 different alien types. Dr. Loeb expresses skepticism about such extraordinary claims without verified data and emphasizes the scientific principle of relying exclusively on robust, reproducible evidence from instruments rather than anecdotes or hearsay. He stresses his willingness to assist government agencies scientifically if real evidence is made available, underscoring the critical importance of data over narrative in understanding these phenomena. Delving into the realm of interstellar visitors, Dr. Loeb recounts the discoveries of 3 notable interstellar objects crossing our solar system in the past decade. The first was Oumuamua, a highly unusual, cigar-shaped object that exhibited non-gravitational acceleration without displaying a cometary tail or outgassing, leading Dr. Loeb to propose that it could be a thin, possibly artificial object propelled by reflected sunlight. The second, Borisov, displayed classic comet behavior, confirming its natural origin as a comet from interstellar space. The most recent and the focus of intense speculation is 3I Atlas, spotted on July 1, 2025. Unlike prior objects, 3I Atlas is estimated to be as large as Manhattan Island, making it an extraordinarily rare visitor. Its trajectory unusually aligns with the plane of the solar system in a manner calculated to bring it near multiple planets and closest to the Sun at a time when Earth cannot observe it directly, allowing it to potentially conduct maneuvers undetected. These peculiarities, along with a lack of the expected comet tail and an anomalous glow in front of the object, lead Dr. Loeb to hypothesize that 3I Atlas might be an alien spacecraft or technological artifact, a possibility that is both provocative and rooted in careful scientific observation. Dr. Loeb emphasizes the profound implications if an interstellar object like 3I Atlas were indeed technological. Unlike traditional SETI efforts focused largely on radio signals from afar, detecting a physical, nearby alien artifact would revolutionize humanity's understanding of life in the cosmos. The timing of its closest approach, around October 29th, when it is out of view from Earth, adds an element of suspense and calls for vigilance. He contrasts the potential impact of this event on human society and psyche with the response to mere microbial life detection on exoplanets. Discovering intelligent extraterrestrial technology would unite humanity with a new cosmic perspective and could herald what he describes as a messianic age, marked by global cooperation inspired by the realization that all humans share one tiny rock in a vast universe. Dr. Loeb's viewpoint challenges both scientific and public communities to prepare openly and internationally for any such encounter, advocating for a dedicated organization to assess and respond to potential extraterrestrial objects or phenomena. The podcast explores Dr. Loeb's critical reflections on the current state of academia and scientific culture, particularly in physics and astronomy. While science ideally is a meritocratic pursuit driven by empirical evidence and curiosity, he observes that politics, social dynamics, and funding pressures have introduced dogma and intellectual silos. Scientists may become more invested in preserving their narratives or reputations than in seeking transformative insights when those insights challenge established paradigms. Dr. Loeb laments this tendency as antithetical to the spirit of inquiry, noting that controversies around alien life and unidentified phenomena are often dismissed prematurely due to entrenched skepticism or fear of reputational damage. He stresses the importance of maintaining openness and flexibility, recognizing science as a work in progress that thrives on questioning and data-driven revision rather than settled orthodoxy. His broad philosophical perspective and willingness to entertain crazy questions set him apart as an advocate for intellectual bravery in scientific exploration. Moving into the origins of life, Dr. Loeb highlights the uncertainty and mystery surrounding how life began on Earth. While the conventional scientific view traces human evolutionary development from primate ancestors in Africa, the deeper question remains about the emergence of life itself. One speculative but scientifically respected idea he discusses is panspermia, the hypothesis that life did not originate on Earth but was seeded from elsewhere, possibly Mars. Mars, he notes, cooled earlier than Earth, had lakes and oceans, and shares meteorite exchange with Earth, making it a plausible cradle for the last universal common ancestor of all Earth-based life. The implications of panspermia extend to how we think about life's cosmic distribution and whether humanity is part of a broader interstellar gardening effort. Though currently without conclusive evidence, these ideas invite serious consideration and further investigation in planetary science and astrobiology. The conversation touches on the well-known Fermi paradox, the apparent contradiction between the high likelihood of extraterrestrial civilizations and the lack of evidence for or contact with them. Dr. Loeb references the dark forest hypothesis, the notion that civilizations remain silent out of fear to avoid detection by potentially hostile and more advanced aliens. This viewpoint frames the enigmatic absence of obvious contact as a survival strategy rather than a sign of cosmic loneliness. In this light, an incoming alien technological object could be seen either as a threat or an opportunity for peaceful interaction. Dr. Loeb speculates on the variety of visitor intentions and capabilities, underscoring the importance of preparedness and establishing international protocols to manage contact scenarios. He rejects simplistic or dismissive attitudes, advocating for the expansion of human understanding to include even the wildest possibilities as we approach a new era in cosmic discovery. Dr. Loeb considers humanity's long-term future, especially in the context of the inevitable changes posed by our aging sun and planetary environment. He explains that the sun will eventually brighten enough to boil off Earth's oceans approximately 1 billion years from now, making Earth uninhabitable long before it is engulfed in the sun's final expansion. Mars and the Moon offer limited or no real solution, given their inhospitable conditions and radiation exposure. Instead, Dr. Loeb envisions humanity transitioning to permanently habitable space stations, large self-sufficient habitats capable of supporting life independent of Earth's fragile surface. This transition parallels humanity's prior evolutionary and technological leaps, from primitive hunter-gatherers to city dwellers, and represents a natural next phase for civilization. He urges a reorientation of long-term planning and research investments to prioritize space infrastructure and off-planet habitats, thereby securing humanity's survival across cosmic timescales. Throughout the podcast, Dr. Loeb integrates scientific inquiry with reflections on meaning, religion, and human consciousness. He asserts that science need not be in conflict with spirituality. Rather, it can deepen religious appreciation by providing detailed knowledge of the universe's workings. He argues that scientific exploration is a profound expression of love and curiosity toward the cosmos, expanding the scope of reverence beyond dogmatic belief. Regarding humanity's search for meaning amidst inevitable mortality, Dr. Loeb offers a pragmatic stance. Instead of relying solely on narratives of an afterlife, we should aspire to extend human life through AI-assisted medicine and technology to potentially live indefinitely. This view aligns with his overall theme of transcending traditional limits, whether cognitive, biological, or cosmic, through science, without dismissing the emotional or existential dimensions that give life purpose. Dr. Loeb briefly dives into the enigma of dark matter, which constitutes roughly 85% of the universe's matter, but remains invisible and poorly understood. Its existence is inferred through gravitational effects on galaxies and cosmic structures. Among various hypotheses, he mentions primordial black holes, small black holes formed in the early universe, as a candidate for dark matter. These objects, unlike the supermassive black holes found at galaxy centers, might contribute to the unseen mass shaping cosmic evolution. He explains black holes as regions of spacetime where gravity is so intense that not even light can escape, likening them to ultimate prisons or Vegas, where what happens inside stays inside. Dr. Loeb narrates some history of black hole theory, including the breakthrough understanding that black holes emit radiation, Hawking radiation, and can evaporate. The existence of supermassive black holes serves as a reminder of nature's extremes and the vast unknowns still awaiting discovery in our cosmic neighborhood.